What's going on, everybody? It's Ronnie McKee. I'm back with Ronnie Sports Corner. Nice to see you guys all again. Before we get started, like, subscribe on the video, comment on anything you would like to hear about me talk about going forward. This gonna be a very short video. Just two topics. It's gonna be a mixture of NFL and NBA. As you guys can see, I got my Falcons gear on. So we're obviously gonna talk about the Falcons and what I feel like my opinion on what they just did. So first of all, if you guys was listening into my video a few days ago, not my bad, not a few days ago, a few weeks ago, um, I just wasn't a fan of Kirk Cousins. If I'm being honest with you, I just wasn't. I just felt like he was lacking a lot of things you needed in a quarterback to win games. For the most part, he didn't pick it up since then. I mean, the Vikings, I can't put that loss completely on him, but he did that. Them two picks was egregious. Like they were egregious. Um, Last game against the Raiders, they tried to give him a feel good game, and honestly, he felt worse after the game. So, they didn't even have the best defensive player, and they were starting Desmond Ridder, who was coming off the streets, and we still had a close game with them. So it was obvious looking at the game against the Raiders that we needed better QB play. Um, they really tried to save him from himself. Like he only threw 17 passes. Like they were trying to save him from himself. Um, threw 17 passes. A lot of the passes, if you look down, the first pass out of halftime, he got picked off. Just a terrible decision. He had Bijan wide open in the flats, but he wants to throw it, force the ball to the middle with three people over there. Gets it picked off. They really didn't give him another chance to throw a pick. Until the end of the game when they felt like they needed a first down to end the game. And yeah, he almost threw a pick to get on the ball on like the 54-yard line. So yeah, they just said, we'll take our chances with defense. So for the most part, I just feel like Kirk Cousins has been regressing the whole season. And not really the whole season, the past 5 or 6 weeks, he's been regressing. And I've been listening to a lot of these professionals, and they keep talking about the development of Michael Penix, which I understand, and they keep talking about you paying Kirk Cousins all this money. I'm like, are we not paying anybody else? Because if this guy single-handedly takes us out of the playoffs, which he really already has done, like we gotta rely on the Bucks losing one game and us to win the whole next three games for us to get in the playoff. So they keep talking something, well, you got a chance to make the playoffs. So I don't feel like, you should make this. The guy has been taking us out of the playoffs, literally, by himself, throwing picks. And if you guys go back and look at the picks, some of these picks, like if you were a coach looking behind him, you might be asking yourself, why am I playing this guy? That's how bad the picks have been. Um, like I say, he's just been making rookie mistakes. And honestly, I feel like if you got a guy making rookie mistakes, which one touchdown and 9 interception over the past 5 weeks is, I mean, that's something that a rookie, not even a rookie would do, to be honest with you. But you got somebody making rookie mistakes like that. Why don't you try to put in your rookie? And for people who keep saying, well, I mean, it might stop as far as the playoffs and everything like that. In the direction we was going, Kirk Cousins was taking us out of the playoffs further and further. And I honestly feel like Michael Penix, he's a rookie, so he's gonna have growing pains. So I mean, they started him off well. He's starting off against the Giants, so he's pretty much getting his scrimmage game to start. I mean, he's gonna get to feel what the real NFL is, so that's good for him. But at the same time, like I said, he's a rookie. He's gonna be nervous, obviously. Um, be nervous. But the thing that I liked about him coming out of college was he had a big arm, so he would stretch the ball down the field. Given that he stretches the ball down the field, people are more hesitant as far as playing over the top, and it's gonna be a lot of stuff underneath. I feel like this is where Bijan is going to feast. This is where Kyle Pitts is gonna get his options to feast. And then you still got Darnell Mooney, which we hadn't really heard from him in the past 3 weeks because of our bad QB play. So I feel like Michael Penix, this was the right time. I feel like 2 weeks ago really would have been the right time for him to start. But you kind of didn't want to throw him up against the Vikings because how your defenses ran, all the fakes that they put in and things like that, it's hard to read their defense. So I feel like against the Raiders probably been a better time, but they kind of was trying to protect their investment, given that they gave Kirk Cousins 100 million. But at the end of the day, they just looked at it and was like, we might have to eat this because we're not going to make the playoffs. So we're just paying him 100 million just to be in the same place he was last year. So I mean, why not? Why not try something new? Which I'm glad they finally did. I agree with the move, honestly, because like I said, if I'm just gonna be completely honest with y'all, me watching that game against the Raiders, I was starting to get depressed. Like watching it, it was the guy can't move, and they keep talking about why we don't run play action. He takes 5 seconds to get to the backfield to try to hand the ball off. So yes, by the time you fake it, yes, it's somebody in your face because you take forever to get back there. We're running pistol, which nobody in the league runs. We're running pistol because you got to cut the distance between him and the running back to hand the ball off. And if you ever look at him under center, he's tossing the ball because he can't get back there. So yes, it was time to make the change. And I feel like Penix, he's more mobile. Obviously, you can't get any less mobile. He's more mobile. I think he has a stronger arm. Honestly, like I said, Kirk Cousins was already making rookie mistakes. We're going to see Michael Penix make rookie mistakes. I mean, every quarterback in the league has made rookie mistakes. So, if he was to throw a pick in the next 3 weeks, we can't go crazy about it. Like I said, he's a rookie. This is something like the NFL is a lot faster than college. So, honestly, like I said, I'm excited to see what Penix is going to do because I do feel like Penix is going to play better than Kirk Cousins has played. I do feel like he might have 2 touchdowns against the Giants. I feel like it's a win against the Giants also. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got us making the playoffs. I need Bucks to lose one more game, but I got us making the playoffs, and that's my bold prediction right there. So you guys can, you guys can debate me on that. It doesn't matter. I'll talk my stuff. I'm confident in it. But yeah, excited to see what Michael Penix is going to do for sure. For sure. Like I said, I like him coming out of college. And honestly, I tweeted while watching one of his college games, I said, this is the Falcons' next quarterback. I didn't know we was gonna sign Kirk Cousins, but I'm glad we got him in the draft also. So looking forward to seeing this game this weekend for sure. And like I said, we're gonna rise up. Y'all know us, we're gonna rise up. That's what we're gonna do, man. Well, shoot, that's not what we always do. But but yeah, we gonna rise up. And another topic I wanted to get into. I know I haven't talked NBA in a while. I'm be honest with y'all, for people who don't really know me, I was more NBA than NFL growing up. Um, I feel like more so now, I want to talk about why I feel like the NBA ratings have been down. Um, like I said, I was way more NBA than NFL, and it was tough growing up because growing up we didn't have all these streaming sites and stuff like that, so we only could watch the Hawks, ESPN, TNT, ABC. If it wasn't those three channels, you wasn't watching these other teams play. So nowadays you got all these streaming sites and stuff like that. You got all this stuff for you to watch these people play. So I feel like why aren't the ratings higher? Um, Half of it is because they can't really look at ratings due to streaming sites, obviously, and they can't look at ratings due to all these different apps and everything like that. It's hard to look at streaming. I mean, it's hard to, look at the viewership because of that. But also, I feel like the ratings are down because of the product. When I was growing up, you didn't hear about players sitting out because, like, if they sat out, it was because they really, really like messed themselves up like badly. Nowadays, people just sit out just for them to what's the word I'm looking for? Really, just for them to have fun, just to sit on the bench and just joke around. Like you just see players who not even injured or who got a little injury just sit down. I feel like it's because of the leadership of the NBA, also because, like I said, when I was growing up, you had Kobe who like he would play with like broken fingers and stuff like that. So it's like when I see him playing with a broken finger, it'll be way more competitive. Also, like nowadays, a lot of these guys are friends, which there's no problem being friends, but you can see a friendship on the court. Um, it's not really too many rivalries. Like some people, you just feel like they're okay with losing. And it's, I mean, I just don't understand it. It's just not as competitive as it used to be. I feel like that's a lot of the reason why viewership has gone down. It's not as competitive. Now, I will say that these people are way more talented, so they make the game look a lot more easier than it used to be. So that has a lot to do with it. But I feel like they made so many rules to take away from defense. You basically just watching them go up and down, just up and down the court offense. Like it's not too many guys you see as two-way players anymore. Most of the superstars used to be two-way players. Nowadays, you look at a superstar. Luke is one of my favorite players. Like I'm just gonna be honest here. Luke is one of my favorite players. He's strong offense. And I'm gonna say below average defense. I'm being nice when I say below average. Um, I feel like Ant is a two-way player. Ant brings kind of old edge as far as he wants to compete on both levels, talk trash, everything like that. Uh, like I said, SGA, he don't really talk too much, but he gonna bust your ass. Um, like I said, I feel like it's just not enough superstars playing both sides of the ball. I feel like that competitiveness is taken away from the NBA and viewership also. And also, I just feel like the product. I mean, when I was growing up, it was kind of like a whole bunch of different. So Grizzlies was known for like being a grind team, right? Then you had Celtics, they was known for defense and they was known for like they had a particular offense that they ran. The Lakers was known for the triangle, obviously. Like I say, a lot of these teams was known for a whole bunch of different stuff. I can go down the list. Everybody was known for it. They had a specific type of way that they played. Now it's just who can shoot the most threes. And for the most part, it doesn't look good. Like sometimes when I'm watching games, I just see them going back and forth, just chucking up threes, which it's fine to shoot good quality threes. My problem is you got players who back in the day would have been role players who just sat in the corner or something like that. These guys are shooting sidestep threes. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what am I watching? This is not a good shot. Like some players have no business taking sidestep threes. No business. And they just take no idea. Superstar, like everybody takes superstar type shots now. And that's what's like, it's just crazy because those are bad shots. And I feel like nowadays you just watch a whole bunch of bad shots. You watching bad basketball. I said, so injuries, bad basketball, and like nobody having an identity. Everybody's playing the same. Like, I really want the NBA to go back to people having an identity. Like, I kind of respect the Bucks for what they're doing because they stay with two bigs, even though Giannis is kind of a hybrid 3-4, but they stay with two bigs. You know, you stay with Giannis, you stay with Brook Lopez. It don't matter who they play against; those two are pretty much inside, and you're going to have to figure out how to stop them. You gotta respect the Warriors because I mean they went with what they specialize in, and you got a shooter like Steph. Obviously, you're going to specialize in shooting three. I feel like everybody tried to make their team just like that when they don't have Steph. Like it's only a few people that shoot the ball as well as Steph. Probably 5 to 6 players in the league, and we're not talking about shoot as far as percentages. And you gotta look at Steph's volume also, and you gotta look at the type of way they guard Steph. Like they guard him completely differently than they would guard somebody who can just shoot averagely. So I just feel like they gotta go back to identity in the NBA. Like that's why I feel like identity for one, and I feel like these players gotta start being more competitive because you got too many people nowadays who want to sit down when, like I said, I'm not one to talk about, what the players make and stuff like that because they went through a lot of stuff to make all that money. Like you don't know how their upbringing was, but I mean, your job is to play basketball. So play basketball. I understand you might have stuff going on outside. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but your job is to play basketball. That's what you get paid to do. So we expect you to play basketball. So I feel like, for the most part, we need to get back to identity. We need to get back to playing basketball as far as both ends of the ball. And we need to get back to like teams actually playing smart. Like you got centers shooting the ball like 5 times and they can't shoot. Like they are 20% 3-point shooters and they shooting the ball 5 times from the 3-point line. Wow. How is that smart? Okay, I realize threes are more than twos, but if you miss a lot of fucking threes, my bad. I'm sorry. If you miss a lot of threes and you sitting over there just keep chucking them up, and the other team, let's just say the other team make a few more twos because you chucking up all them bad threes. Well, I'm pretty sure the other team's gonna win. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that goes in with some of them threes can be counted as turnovers because they come off long and then the other team get a fast break. So, like I said, it just gotta go back to smart basketball. That's honestly the truth of it. Just feel like today is just not a lot of smart basketball. Like I said, everybody's ran by analytics, and analytics say whoever can shoot and make the most threes, they're gonna win. Now, obviously, the numbers prove if you make more threes, most likely you'll win. But also, if you take bad threes, you're probably gonna lose also because you're taking some awful threes. So yeah, I just feel like the league gotta get back to you just gotta get back to playing smart. I mean, that's the truth of it. It wasn't. You can tell the IQ of players back in the day is higher than players now. That's that's just one way to cut it. And they had more heart. These players nowadays, they just sit out, and they completely fine with sitting out too. Like I'm okay. If you kept sit out a few games, all right, cool. They sit out like 15 games and be asking the team like, what? Like, why can't I get a max contract? You just missed half the season. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to get into that. I'm definitely gonna start to get into more of the NBA going forward because like I said, I was more of an NBA guy growing up. So I'm definitely gonna start getting back into the NBA. But I just wanted to touch on those two topics. I got a lot more videos coming y'all way going forward. But this was just a short video. I would say like and subscribe. I will definitely be back. Try to be back next week, but it is Christmas coming up, so we'll see. But I'll definitely be back soon. Like, subscribe, comment. Want to hear from you guys, hear what you guys think. And just talk to me about any of it. I'll be back soon. Thank you all.